Hi everyone. So good morning and welcome to our talk series. We are going to be talking about issues that pertain to real estate this morning. We are committed to helping you buy, invest, and build with confidence in helping you buy and build real estate development with confidence. And so this talk is just about what issues and experiences people have been having. And for this particular session, we're going to be talking about terminologies that you can come across while investing in real estate. You can either find it on offer letters, legal search documents, or probably on the plot itself. The idea is that these terminologies are things that you come across, and when you come across them, you know exactly what it is about. So I have Barrister Lovett with me from our legal department.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to be here.
Okay, thank you. So this morning I have some terminologies that I would like to talk to you about, and I would like you to explain to our audience. When we do legal search,
Yes,
they give us legal search report. One of the legal search reports we got says that the land is free of encumbrances. What does encumbrances mean? If somebody does the search and come across such terminology, what does it mean?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. Encumbrance mean having a claim or liability over a property. So when you conduct a search and you are told that there is an encumbrance on the property, it means that the property is not free. Probably it has been used as a mortgage facility or there is a lien over the property.
Okay, so when it says that there's no encumbrances, it means that that property is safe to
Yes,
engage in, and then the customer can go ahead and confirm ownership. Of
yes,
course, apart from confirming title, they need to confirm the ownership of the property.
yes,
So how about when you pass by a plot of land and you see caveats? Did I pronounce it right?
yes, you did, ma.
Yes, caveats. Usually you would see it on a signboard placed on land. What does that mean?
It signals warning, it signals caution
Okay.
that you should not buy, or should the case you are faced with a person or a seller on one-on-one basis and is advertising the land to you for you to purchase it, when there is a caveat on the land, it shows that that land is not for sale. So caveat stands for warning, stands for caution.
Oh, okay. So how about easement?
Okay, easement is a legal right for giving from one person to another to allow him use a particular land, or it can be used in a legal term as a possessory right.
Okay, so easement, does it have anything to do with lease?
Yes, it does.
Okay, is it like a lease, or is it a permanent right or a temporary right?
It's just like having two names for a particular transaction, but there are some slight differences from an easement and a lease.
Then how about power of attorney? I know that power of attorney is very, very important. The reason why is because we are developers, and while developing some property, when we are trying to get approval for some properties, it gets difficult at times when there's no power of attorney on the property. And we realize in some cases that somebody bought a plot of land about 8 years ago, and the person didn't bother about the power of attorney. Now when it's time, especially in Abuja, when it's time to process approval and to get some other things on the document, then they tell you you have to go and call the first allotee that owns the property, or you come with a power of attorney. I say that most people buy plot of land without getting a power of attorney, tidying up the document and getting a power of attorney. Now at the point of protesting, we start looking for the first person that they purchase the land for. And if the person is not even the first allotee, then there's a problem. You have to start looking for the people that bought the property, they bought the property from. So what exactly does power of attorney means, and why is it important for customer who bought landed property and houses to get power of attorney immediately they do the purchase?
Okay, thank you. Power of attorney is giving a power to somebody to act on your behalf. Just like you have a principal and an agent relationship. So power of attorney is delegating your powers to somebody to act for a particular period or to act in your stead. It could be a lawyer to represent you in prosecuting a matter in the court while you are absent. So that's basically what power of attorney is.
Why is it very, very important for people to get this power of attorney?
Okay, it is important for you to get a power of attorney where because you cannot have two certificate of occupancy.
You need to get a power of attorney to accompany that certificate of occupancy, stating that this person has given you the power to act.
Let's say, for instance, you are the first allottee or a first buyer to a land and you were given a C of O.
Yes.
So when you are to sell the land to another buyer subsequently,
yes,
if the right of occupancy to that part, the right of the R of O is not available at that time, you can give the person the power of attorney. That's like giving the person the power to act on your behalf. So the power of attorney can be, we can say that it is like a right of occupancy. You have the legal right to deal with that particular property.
Okay, so I understand what you are saying. It means that power of attorney can be used temporarily and permanently.
Yes.
But then, correct me if I'm actually wrong. I also know that from majority of our transaction, when some people have already bought a plot of land that they intend to develop in the future or probably resell in the future, then they needed to get power of attorney immediately. They do that particular transaction alongside with the deed and probably an allocation letter. If they were buying from an estate, if they are buying from an individual, they needed to get the person's allocation letter.
Yes.
And that power of attorney ensures that they can do anything on the land smoothly.
Yes.
They can resell it smoothly.
Yes.
They can carry out approval without any issue.
Yes.
In fact, if the property has a C of O, for you to be able to R of O, for you to be able to get the C of O, then you also need a power of attorney from the first allottee for you to be able to pick up the C of O of the said property.
Yes, you are
okay,
correct.
So I think that helps. Now let's talk about the last terminology. So what I have here on my list says probate, but given the fact that we are talking from the real estate point of view, I would like to state that I would like to ask you what next of kin means or letter of administration. Now, next of kin, because part of what we do is when people buy real estate, there are forms they fill, and on that form, it also says they are to put in their next of kin. What is the difference between somebody filling in a next of kin on a letter used to purchase the property and then somebody filling in a letter of administration? What is the difference between the two? Are they similar? Do they do the same thing?
Okay, thank you. You cannot fill a letter of administration. The only thing you can fill is information for a next of kin. Okay. So when you have a next of kin information on an offer letter,
yes,
or an agreement, it's simplified that when the original buyer or the seller or whoever the person is not available, the next of kin can act in the person's stead.
All right.
Okay. And then probate recognizes a will.
Oh, okay.
So when a person dies without a will, you go for letters of administration. When a person dies with a will, you go to probate.
Okay, so letter of administration is completely different from next of kin.
Letter of administration is a process. They are all in the same line. So next of kin is what you fill an information for. So when a person dies, you write a letter of administration to the probate to administer the person's property when there is no will.
Okay, so I think we've had enough on the terminologies for today, and to our audience, thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you will join us next. I hope you really learned something from this. If you have a question, you can drop it in the comment section.